Special thanks to our sponsors for sending us to Computex 2017.
Welcome back everyone to Computex 2017. We're here at the AirLive booth and their smart home solution. We've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. It's a different take on tech. I know that most of you are used to the PC side of things, but I think this stuff is actually very interesting and it gives way to a lot of interesting things for home solutions, home security in general. So here's your Smart Life IoT kit, starting first with the gateway up top. Now think of it as like your central hub. So all of these other components here are going to communicate with this device, which will connect online and in turn connect with your mobile devices to give you full control over what is happening within your home or wherever you happen to have these set up. For example, generic home security stuff here. You open this up, it communicates with the hub, and it'll notify you on something like your iPad that the door has been opened. So from a security standpoint, that is fairly routine. Another important note, the Smart Life gateway can connect up to 232 of these devices, whether or not you have a very large office space or just a small home. You shouldn't have a problem with the number of devices you can connect to it and thus be able to read and interact with on your mobile device. Now something like this, you might be wondering, okay, this just looks like a simple outlet plug. What on earth does it do? So if you plug this into a wall outlet and then in turn, let's say plug it into a lamp, then from your mobile device you can control whether or not this is on and is delivering power to that device plugged in. You can also set up if-then statements that we'll show you later on. So let's say your parents are out for the night and you want them to have light when they get back. If the motion sensor detects them and within close range of your house, then you can set an if-then statement to say if that detects them, this will send power to, say, a power strip with a bunch of lights plugged in, maybe wire it into your home directly, so that it'll light up those lights for them without them having to actually turn them on manually. So ease of use is definitely involved here. Now to be clear, this is not just a window door sensor. Obviously, open the door, you get the notification, but it's also got a built-in temperature sensor as well as a built-in light sensor. This one right here is just a PIR sensor, so infrared radiation detects motion from a certain distance away, calibrated to around the human size, so it won't go off if your dog or cat is walking back and forth, but if a human that you don't expect to be there is there, then it will notify you within the app, within your mobile device, that this sensor is going off. The camera up top is actually very cool. It's got all of these sensors built in, practically temperature, you've got the PIR, and you also have the camera itself, so you can view a kind of a live feed. It's all nice, it's all coordinated. The camera's a big one though, because this has everything in it, so you could just buy this by itself. So this is the AirLive app. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. You can view live feeds, you can set scenes, you can set like certain timestamps for things to happen at certain times throughout the day. You also have the macros here, back to what we were talking about with programming certain responses to stimuli that you set up. So we have the PIR sensor, which was that round sphere that detects infrared radiation, basically motion. If that is triggered by any person, then you can set a then statement. The meter, let's say we have a meter here. We can set the meter to turn on. If we have a light plugged into it, then the light will turn on if the PIR sensor is triggered. Another cool thing about this, actually, it will auto-report power consumption throughout the day and give you kind of a report of how much power you've drained from this itself. So you can kind of gauge your power usage and actually control your power bill to an extent. Now, if you're wondering about price, depending on what you want in your kit, you can either get a kit with the camera, somewhere around here, or a kit with the smart plug. Costs you anywhere from around $200 to $250 US dollars, depending on MSRP. That's subject to change a little bit, but expect to pay around that price for a kit like this, which, mind you, isn't that bad. And if you want just the camera, which has, remember, everything built into it, around $140 US dollars. So depending on how much you want to spend, how much coverage you want in your home or place of business, you're expecting to spend anywhere from $100 to $300, which isn't all that bad for a full-on security system that you can integrate and communicate with through your mobile device.